Well, good day, D-Live, and welcome back to the Gives a Minute D-Live stream for a Thursday? Friday. I think it's Friday. It's Friday. Just before we go any deeper, I gotta just chill here. I'm really annoyed. Yeah, this intro piece wasn't meant to last 30 minutes. Stream starting soon. I'm not supposed to go for 30 minutes. Go Lightstream app would not work for me again. I'm in their Discord. They told me to use Chrome instead, so I downloaded Chrome and logged in, and it worked immediately. So I've used Safari with no problems for as long as I've used Go Lightstream, and then the problems we're having, and we've had them before, it looks like the solution is to use Chrome, the Chrome browser on the phone, the Chrome app, I guess. Before we go any deeper, I just want to check that the stream is working, because I also am using the HDMI transmitters. Are these even on? Yeah, they're on. Well, that's weird. I can't see the light. Anyway, let me just go up to D-Live, or go to D-Live, and then I'll tell you what we're doing and why we're here. Yeah, and hopefully I can get in a better mood, because I am really pissed at this, because I've used a lot of my battery power. It's cold here, right? I'm in New Zealand. It's freezing cold. Actually, it's not quite freezing. It's 8 degrees Celsius. It was -3 when I left home, though. Let me just go to my profile, my channel on D-Live, and make sure everything's good. Just to verify that we're good here. Yeah, okay, we're good. Okay, so hello, by the way, everybody. I'll just go back into the Discord on Go Lightstream and just tell them that everything's okay. Just that Chrome fixed it, just because I don't want them to think that I'm still so I'll just say, okay, so Chrome worked right away. I gotta chill out here, hey. Apologies for venting, but that experience sucked. And he's blaming it at my end. He said, I understand the frustration, but unfortunately this is an issue on your end. No, it's an issue that your website doesn't work in Safari. And you think that, like, that's my end? That's your end, dude. Like, Safari is the most popular browser on the iPhone. I don't even have Chrome. I have to download Chrome. So it's an experience that makes the experience... That experience I had sucks for Go Lightstream, and if the solution is change your browser, that's not a very good solution. You should write your code to work on multiple browsers, at least the ones that are the most popular. In this case, Safari is the most popular browser on the iPhone. But let's forget about that, and let's go back to the stream. I want to say hello to everybody. Rich Santic, thank you for the lemons. Davo in the chat. Now, have I got a refresh note? There you go. Thank you, Rich, for the lemons as well. Charlotte's here as well. So yeah, this marks the first time. And by the way, this is going to be interesting, because we're doing a stream. That's right, I bought a beer and I haven't had any yet. Did I just say yet? Man, I've only been in New Zealand for a little over a month, and I just came out with a New Zealand accent. I haven't had any of my beer yet. I'm sitting here, and the reason I can show you where I am too, because we're no longer tethered to the backpack, so I can get up and walk around. But this is the Canyon Brewing. My friend Mitch manages this brew house. This is the Shotover River here. The Shotover River runs all the way down through around the back of Queenstown Hill and out through the Twin Rivers and down into the lake, Wakatipu. And I came here yesterday and had a beer. Mitch was on. Mitch isn't on today, unfortunately, otherwise we'd be hanging out with him having a chat. But this little area we've got here, so it's more of a lookout for this old bridge, but it does sort of, well, it's part of the brewery. I couldn't sit in the brewery because they're playing commercial music, so we would have been dinged for copyright ASAP. So I came up here into this lovely spot, and I thought I'd sit here. The problem being, so another technical issue that I've got to deal with, and I am dealing with it, at this stage, the power for my GH5 is running from the GH5 batteries. Now the power for the HDMI transmitters, I've got batteries for it, and I've got a power bank. So we'll have to keep an eye on how that power is running, how it's all happening. how it's draining. We wasted a whole bunch of power. I should have, because we're going to go for a walk. We're going to go up the river here. We're going to go to a lovely place called Morningstar Beach. Now, don't think we're going to be dealing with sand and surfing and bikini babes. We're talking about Pebble Beach, frozen water, very, very cold. An old mining, this whole Shotover River was famous for mining. The walk is only 10 minutes. I would have already been there if we hadn't have spent half an hour faffing around trying to get Go Lightstream to work. I got myself a lovely stout here from Canyon Brewing. They give you an NZ ski discount, that's lovely. Mitch gave me a free one yesterday. This is a discounted beer. Thank you, Mitch, thank you NZ Ski, and thank you Canyon Brewing. Dude, that is a fine, fine, fine stout. I'm loving it. Charlotte Rose! That looks awesome. It's beautiful here. I'm really looking forward to getting you guys up there. The point I'm trying to make is, usually when we stream, I run a power bank into my GH5. Now, right now, I'm not doing that. I'm only using the GH5 batteries, of which I only have 2. Now, they're fully charged. That should get me around about 2 hours each, so 4 hours in totes, which is probably going to be a good amount of time, but we have already faffed around for half an hour. I've actually closed the screen on the GH5. Normally I have a display up so I can see how the stream's looking. I feel like when we're running with battery, we should just close that, because that's going to conserve power, right? Like running an LCD display is going to use a lot of power. So I'll verify what the stream looks like from the stream on the stream, and I'll change it accordingly. And that's temporary, because James, my sister's partner, is going to solder, or solder if you're American. There's just a little technical glitch that's been a little loose wire connection, and so he's going to fix that. And once he's fixed it, he's going to mail it back to me, and then we'll have that power source back to normal. But it's really wonderful being untethered from the laptop, from the BICPEC. These HDMI transmitters, they're, fingers crossed, they work flawlessly as they do right now. Cheers, ears. When the Shotover JetBoat comes through, I'll show you that too, because now I can just like pick you up and walk around and have no issues. Here's the Shotover JetBoat getting ready to crank up there, I guess. That'll come scooting down the river here. You can't really see. Let's go over here and see if we can see. Yeah, you got the canyon here, the gorge. Beautiful vista of gorgeous canyons, and the bridge. This is the only remaining one-way traffic bridge in the South Island, I believe. You have to stop at either end and make sure there's no one yahooing it, and then you can yahoo on it yourself. The gorgeous gorge, the Shotover River. Some sunlight down there, and yeah, we'll be strolling our way kind of along the edge of the bank through there. A lot of snowfall on the mountains. That looks lovely. We'll be going sort of along the edge of the river up the top there to Morningstar Beach. What a lovely name, Morningstar. Beautiful, isn't it? I think there's a tea party, or at least the Jeff Martin song called Morningstar. No, that's Daystar. Let me close this. Let me tell you how much battery we've already gone through on this. Dude, we're down 2 bars, man. That's fucked. We wasted 2 bars. So I guess I should get out of here relatively soon, because we're gonna be relying on, because once the GH5 bars are gone, the stream's gone, right? I can't power the GH5 any other way except with 2 batteries, and we've already used half of one. Shit, that sucks, man. The LCD segment displays use very little power. Is that right, Jason? Is that right? It just feels like I should have it switched off, that's all. Looks like a good spot for whitewater rafting. Charlotte, they do that here. They definitely. And where we're going to go to is the end of a it's the end of a whitewater raft course, I guess. LCD monitors use more power, mostly the backlight though. It looks nice, Jason. It is lovely here. It's cold. It's been very cold of late. Last night in Queenstown it was down to -3. Actually, it was beg your pardon, -6. It was -3 when I left home this morning, or earlier today, because I went via, I got a little surprise for myself down there. I'll show it to you later. I went via the liquor store. So what have I learned here in this experience? Well, from now on, I'm going to use Chrome browser on my phone, exclusively bookmarked with the remote Go Lightstream app. I will not use that in Safari. I'll only use it on Chrome, and that's all I use. That's all I will use Chrome for on my telephone. Now that I know that's the workaround. It's 16 currently in Culburra. Oh shit, that's toasty. See, that's good. That's good winter. This is great winter because, you know, it's good to get the like, I don't mind it when it's cold like this because it's snowing, right? It's not snowing right now, but. And just over the hill there, over the back, that's Coronet Peak, or at least the access road to Coronet Peak, and that's the drive that I do daily. If you're interested in seeing that content, I have been putting up YouTube stories. I've been making stories daily, so definitely check those out. What I'm going to do, I'm going to compile all the stories together into one long, or each day, a 3 to 4 minute, I guess it's going to be a short vlog of my day. 25 here tomorrow in Vancouver, blazing hot. Canadian summer, huh? Cheers. See, now I'm rushing this beer because of that 30-minute delay. Underlay. Actually, I shouldn't feel so bad. I know streamers that purposely put up a 30-minute countdown to draw in more crew. For me, it was more of a case of frustration. Did I see H-Man in the chat, but he already left? Because I can't tell if we're not level now, because I can't see a screen, so I'm just looking off the stream going, yeah, we're level. Chezzers. Got my little alpaca scarf here for warmth. Even still, for some reason, my ass is wet. Have I been sitting in ice or something? My ass is wet. We'll get out of here pretty soon, folks. I know this is not the best way to drink this. Is that a pint glass? It's like a schooner glass. It doesn't matter. What was I going to tell you about? Once that cable comes back, we're going to be good to go and create content. So what am I saying? What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that once that cable arrives back from James, that's all the gear for streaming I need. That's untethered, powered, supplied. Now, arguably, this is a little heavy to carry. I could take off so I've got a big power bank on top. I could take that off and it would be lighter, but then I'd have to like put in a Sony NP550 or whatever on the back of the transmitter and just a bit of faffing around. I'd rather just carry it. Charlotte Rose, not that it matters too much, but I got affiliate on DLive this morning. You got a Charlotte Rose! Congratulations. Hendrik was here. I don't know if he left. He said hello. Yeah, he probably left when he probably thought, well, if this guy's going to be putting on an intro for that long, I'm going to go to the liquor store, the BWS. You got affiliate, Charlotte. You could go for VP then. Just go hard. Go hard. Well, times have changed, haven't they? Is what I'm getting at, or what I'm not saying. What I'm trying to say, or what I don't want to say is, yeah, I don't have anything good to say, so we'll just leave it at that, eh? We'll just leave it at that. Pretty strange place. The DLive machine. By the way, that's got to be weird lighting for you yahoos, right? Because of the sun. The dynamic range on the GH5 is quite good at that point. I'm okay lit up. Yeah, I mean, let's be real about this. How long's it been? This entire year, and I haven't had any wheel love from D-Live. And you can't tell me that that's not intentional. D-Live have intentionally kept me off the wheel, off the carousel, off the front page carousel. They must have put something in the coding to say, there's these channels that'll never be on the wheel, and one of them gives him in it. Do not put him, like, add this to the blacklist. Do not have him on the wheel ever. And you might say, that's ridiculous, dude. Well, is it? Because before this year, at the end of last year, there was times when I'd be on the wheel multiple times during the same stream. I'd get on, then I'd get off, then I'd get back on. There hasn't been one time. What are we now? June, the end of June. It's the equinox. It's the solstice, the shortest day of the year, 2 days ago. That's half the year done. And not even once have I been on that wheel. I'm definitely mud right there on D-Live. My name is Mud. No denying it. So I'm a little salty about that. Not that the wheel is all and everything, but it's more of what it signifies, that someone can actually do that at D-Live and willfully push a channel. It's basically shadow banning, right? They're willfully pushing a channel below the other channels. That's not cool. Chungus Fungus with the lemon. Thank you, Chungus. Thank you, man. Rob Mack in the house. How you doing, man? Yo, Gibbs and Givers, how you going, man? Good to see you, buddy. Got a little stout action here from Canyon Brewing. This is what I was kind of saying yesterday on that little quick go live stream. 10 years ago, part of my job with Rip It Up magazine was to photograph socials. So as much as I photographed bands and live musicians, I'd also photograph the people that were at the shows, and they would make the social pages. And most of the places that I shot at was the same venues that I was at for the gig. So if, let's just say, Poetical Justice at the Gov, then I'd photograph the punters that were there, and then I'd photograph the band as well. Many times, well, enough times to become good friends, or acquaintances. Well, how do you label it? I photographed this one person so many times that we became good friends, just chatting about bands and music and shit. And then all of his friends in that circle, and they'd always get in the magazine, and then I used to always put those photos on Facebook and then tag. Like, if you go to my personal Facebook, I must have close to 2,000 friends, and all of that, the bulk of that came from social photos for Rip It Up. This is before there were Facebook groups for businesses. Yeah, so my Rip It Up stuff was kind of like the only place they were going online. Anyway, you don't think anything of it, right? You just do it, and then your social circle becomes wider. And I got lots of work through tagging people and like seeing them multiple times. And then the next thing I'd shoot 21sts, got a bunch of weddings through it, shot a bunch of formal nights when people were leaving school, photographed. Well, I met a whole bunch of musicians because of it, and then photographed them. I guess that's kind of how I met Poetical Justice in the first place. Either way, the long rambling story is that the gentleman who manages this brewery is one of those people. And you wouldn't think anything of it 10 years ago, but now I'm in Queenstown, and he posted a little message on my Facebook saying, "Oh, I didn't know you were in Queenstown, man. I manage the Canyon Brewing. Come over." Like, well, I know that name is familiar to me because they're a corporate partner with NZ Ski, and they've got a bunch of beers up on the hill for night skiing and whatnot. So I was like, oh, I remember Canyon Brewing. Cool. Well, oh, wow, you're in Queenstown? Oh, cool. So I went and saw him yesterday, and that's right there. And like, I just remember, like, in Adelaide, some of the photographers were scoffing at the social photos. They're like, oh, I just want to photograph the band. I don't really care about people photos. I was the opposite. I'm like, fucking love the bands. Like, the bands are awesome. I'm down for music.
I just want to tell you how.
Man, the social stuff is how you get more work. Like, that is the networking. I had cards, like my business card, and I was also giving out Rip It Up cards, which was part of my gig. Whenever you shoot it, you give out the Rip It Up. It was, "You've been snapped." That's right. It was a two two-sided square business card. You've been snapped. Head on over to the Rip It Up or the Onion magazine and see your photos. Hang on, I'm mixing that up because that was before it went online. Either way, I'd do that and I'd also give them my business card. So I got a lot of work from it. Rob Mack with the diamond. I just want to tell you how it feels, man. Not to be confused with Bill or Jack or Pete or Dennis. My name is Mud. It's always Mud. Because I'm the most boring sons of bitch you've ever seen. I dress in black. No, I dress in drab from my head to toe. From my head to... Oh, here comes the jet boat. Oh, here goes the jet boat. Oh, it's going the wrong way. So where it's going now, we'll be up there later. This one will probably follow it. Yeah, they're gonna go up there. They'll come back down, I guess. I dress in grey, I dress in black, I dress in drab. From my head to toe, I got my wine. I don't know the lyrics, Rob, clearly, but my name is Mud. If you didn't know what was going on then, Rob Mack always puts in quotes when he drops a diamond or a triple threat, triple give. This has been a rough start to this stream, I gotta tell you. I'm not enjoying this cold wind hitting my face, it's freezing. Oh, here we go. That's Oh, here they go. Here they come. That's dangerous driving. There they are. That's reckless, man. Yeah, they're gone. These guys will be coming back at some point. Actually, that could be a while down there. That could be a while because that's an expensive pastime. It'll probably take a little while. Dude, it's cold here. I might have to split. I have to get. I'm figuring if we get up to Morningstar Beach, it'll be under the. Could be underneath the hill. A little bit of protection from the wind. It's just the cold wind that's killing me. I dress in blue, yes, navy blue from my head to toe. I'm rather drab. The river doesn't look very deep. Actually, Richard, it is quite deep. It's deceptive. Here comes another lot of yahoos. Let me film the yahoos again. This time I'll go down here, get a better angel. They're gonna fang down here now, I guess. Yep. I don't know about that, hey? I don't know if I'd be into that. You're putting all your faith in the driver though.
Yeah.
Like if that driver's had a bad night or something, or a bad day.
Not this company, but another company in Queenstown recently, the driver, because he smacked into the rocks, excessive blood alcohol and amphetamines.
Like I said, I'm not too keen on that.
These guys are pretty awesome. They're doing it the longest and the best forever.
Okay, fair enough. That's what I was just saying. I don't know if I'd be too keen to put my life in someone else's hands like that.
We all trust taxi drivers, and it's the same as...
Actually, that's a good point. That's a good point. And I'm a shuttle driver for NZ Ski, so I can't... Yeah. Fair point, fair point.
He's got a few more risks on his thing, but I could drive into you and the shuttle driver was we're next to the shuttle driver.
This is true, this is true. It just looks gnarlier because they're going fast and getting closer to the edge.
Like this,
Yeah.
My wife, probably about 10 or 12 years ago, we jet-boated up this river. So there's a big sign at the bottom where it means Our River.
Oh, yep.
Stop,
The two.
no access, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
So it's everybody's river.
Yep.
So you wait there, and they wait till one of your boats comes down, the guy comes over, hey, guys, all right? We're in our own jet-boats.
Yeah.
And we'd like to come up. Yeah, that's where it is. So he radios up, bring their spare boat down,
Oh yeah.
escort us up the river. We get the boat the same part of the river.
Nice. You can't go past Morningstar, can you? That's the end. Yeah.
It's managing the traffic on the river.
Yeah, of course. You would not want to meet someone coming the other way.
And the gorge is huge. And
Yeah.
those boats are designed just to do those turns.
Yeah.
Twin engines, so one cranks out, they've got steering.
Yep.
But quite impressive.
It is impressive, yeah. It looks good. I'm live streaming it now, and people were saying the river doesn't look very deep, but it's definitely deep in places.
Once the jet boat's going, even that size, they probably want this much water.
That's about it, yeah.
But to start with, you need about a metre.
Yeah, okay. So what is the maximum depth here then in this river? But yeah.
But it's kind of the minimum, you need to worry about all that.
Yeah. Yeah, did you hear that? You need to worry about the minimum, not the max.
Quite
Mm.
a special spot away.
Oh, it's totally lovely. It's amazing. Yeah, I came down yesterday and I just went for a walk up to Morningstar, and I was like, I'm gonna come back and do a live stream and show everybody. So beautiful.
Where's home for you?
Well, I'm living in town for the winter. I'm on Huff Street, but usually it's Australia, south coast of Sydney. Yeah. Yeah, that's got its own little beauty there as well. Different vibe, but I was just saying, this little breeze that's coming through here is killing me. Yesterday it was dead still. It's icy. Yeah, it's an icy. You don't mind this cold? No.
We get this icy.
Yeah.
It's so cold, it just kills them. It's just
It's from the west, isn't it? It's coming from the south. Okay, but the sun sets the west, so that's definitely coming that way. Yeah. And I guess it's coming off the top of the hills where it's snowed in up there.
stuff isn't certainly
That's not warm snow. That's the cold snow.
We went fishing and twice we still had
Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah. See, we had -6 overnight in Queenstown, and then -3 this morning when I got out. But
in Poison, it's not, because it didn't have this wind. It's cold, but it didn't kill you.
yeah. I think that's true. If there's wind, it's the chill factor is lower, and therefore it's more annoying. But if it's just still and cold, you can rug it up and then you're fine. But as soon as it hits you in the face, like, it's been hitting me this side.
Fishing on these canals that are walking up from here to that part over there.
Yep.
Walking up with a fishing rod. It's actually pleasant.
Yeah.
It wasn't horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking, ideally, because I'm going to walk back up to Morningstar, that'll hopefully be under the cover of just that little rise there, and maybe there won't be any wind. Yep, that's the plan. Look at those two mountains, they're in love. The two mountains are in love? What are you talking about? What mountains, Chungus? Should be breathalyzers. That one has snow on it. As Bennett is sipping beer, he admits he is a driver. Yeah, but I'm not working today. Although you got to be careful, you can't have a big night and then work the next day either. You got to be mindful of that. So I'm not working until tomorrow, but it's all good. Behind you, yeah, that's snow. But I'll show you, Chungus. I'll show you a better view of the snow, dude. This one here, this mountain here, that's got more snow on it. We'll see a better view of that because we're going kind of like down there, and we'll be looking back up there. That's gonna be a better view of the snow if that's what you wanted to see. There's been a lot of snow around for quite a while now, for a few, I guess for about 2.5 weeks. It's been, most of the mountains have been snowed on the peaks. Hasn't had any fresh snow for a while though. Yeah, that's a bit of a shame. It hasn't had fresh snowfall. There is some forecasted for, what's today, Friday, for Tuesday. And by the way, I saw it's gonna snow in Queenstown again on either Tuesday or Wednesday next week. Either way, folks, let's move out of here. Let's get back to, or let's go towards Morningstar Beach. I will How will we do this? Well, this is perfect. I'm not tethered anymore, so I will turn the chat off, so I won't be able to see the chat for a while. That'll go off in my pocket. We're going to return this glass back down to the brewery. We'll walk through the brewery, and I'll try not to get dinged by commercial music, and then we'll set apart into the trail. It's only a 10-minute walk. It's pretty chilled. Should be nice. There's a lot of ice down there yesterday when I was there. It should be nice to see some frozen ground. In fact, all the ground's frozen. It's kind of weird to walk on. You're walking on frozen sand. That's a new experience for me. The sand is frozen. Like normally when you walk on sand, it makes like a ark, ark, ark. This is making more of a crunching sound, and it doesn't. It's just. You can tell it's hard frozen. So let me get the backpack here. No more tethering. Oh, let me check the power and everything first. Ooh, 50% down there. Shit. 100% there. We've got power there. We're good. Oh, I've also got to shoot a little GoPro video. Remind me. Oh, forgot. Let me turn on my 1 hour free data with 2 degrees. Thanks for reminding me about that. Yeah, remind me when we get to Morningstar Beach. I've got to do a little YouTube video about my stream setup. Teradek have asked for this, so I'll do that. Let me just go to 2 degrees data clock. Get a free hour of data. Yes, I will. Yes, I do. Start the clock. Start the clock. We're doing clever things. A pack has started successfully. 1 hour of free data. Thank you very much. Let's close all this up. not been live? Is that what's going on here? Have we not been live this whole time? Shit! I mean, here's the thing. I didn't know that. I thought we were live this whole time, and then I looked down and I saw that it was turned off. Do you know what that was? My alpaca scarf inside the backpack put pressure onto the device and turned it off. Now, had I have known that was happening, I would have rectified it. I would have remedied it. I didn't know it was happening. So I apologize, and that means you guys didn't see any of the ice and shit, right? We were like, when did this die? When did I die? When did the stream die for you yahoos? We're not at the spot, by the way. I thought we'd just stop here and have a drink, but we're not where we're gonna go. And I'm just confused or concerned as to how long ago it was that we said ta-ta to the stream. This is frustrating. Just a little update. We are down to the last bar of the GH5. We got another battery though, so we got another 2 hours from there. Let me just refresh my trousers here and just see what you guys said in the chat. Like, when did the stream die for you guys? Was it when I closed the backpack? Like, I guess I'll have to watch the replay, but and this is good to note, because that means that I've got to readjust the alignment in the pack. We were still at the table when you died. As soon as you changed to the free hour of data. Okay, so that has nothing to do with it, but thanks, Rob. So that would have been when I closed the backpack. Wow, man. So you didn't see any of the walk? We were in the ice over there. That sucks ass. Wow, okay. Worthy point to note. I gotta keep an eye on that shiz. Next time, don't close. Basically what it was me trying to put too much in the backpack, and I physically pushed down on top of the backpack. That sucks, man. That really sucks. But either way, we're here now, and the beverage I have. So you didn't even see the brewery? Fuck. Damn, dude. Okay, I will say this about the Live View Solo. I'm not using it. I'm using Teradek gear right now, but the Live View Solo, there's no way you can accidentally turn it off. Like this thing, you can accidentally power it down, and because when I got to this spot and I opened up my backpack, it was powered off, so it had been turned off, and the only way to turn it off is by pressing the power button and holding it for 3 seconds, which is what would have happened when the backpack closed on top of it. Hey, so that's good to note. Good to note in my head. So what we got here, folks, I did ask you if you could guess what the beverage I have of choice, and I said it's not Jack, and we've had it before, and it's not Cody. I'll show you. I'll show you what it is. Caruba, Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take you to Arthur's Point and drink rum with you. Barrel-aged rum, 0 sugar cola, 7% by Vol. I did enjoy this last time, so I thought I'd get some more this time. And here we are, Caruba. And yeah, we're not at our final destination. I just wanted to stop here because it looked lovely. Oh, there's that smell, man. This rum is rad. Put that there. Gloves back on. So you didn't hear me talk about how the sand is frozen? No, I could. Oh, okay, that was a dry run. Now I've got the full wet rehearsal. So the sand is frozen here, folks. Has any Australians ever been on a beach where the sand is frozen? So what do I mean by frozen? I mean when you walk on it, it doesn't go. It's hard packed. It feels like you're walking on rock. Jesus. Aruba. Daginga. Yes. Sun in my face. Dude, how many things are gonna go wrong? Is it too difficult to do this? Is that what I'm seeing? Is IRL streaming just too difficult? This is why no one does it, hey? Maybe I've bitten off more than I can chew. It's like, I mean, I just said before we left the bar, or the brewery, I just said like, now I've got everything I need for streaming, everything's perfect. And then I get this shit. Just shuts down randomly. Maybe it's too much. Maybe this is not advisable. Oh, I thought it was. I thought it was advisable. Got a little hair poking into my eyes. Yeah, I don't know, like, you would think that that device, like, of all the devices that exist, that one there should have a panel that's completely turn-offable, so that when you've arrived at wherever you're going to be streaming, you can just turn the screen off, so that you can't, like, accidentally turning that off. That doesn't seem like that shouldn't. There should be no way you can accidentally do that. But yeah, there it is. I didn't do anything, and then I looked at it 10 minutes later, and it was completely powered off. And it's not the battery, like it's 100% charged. Nice spot. It's a beautiful spot, isn't it? What's up, Gibbs? Yo, Charles, how you doing? Thanks, Rob. It's a lovely spot. Yeah, pretty stoked to be here. New Zealand is like a really pretty country. This is anywhere you go, really. It's just visually stunning. Yeah, visually stunning. You guys can see the snow up there, right? That's in frame, I believe. Probably should have angled it more around. Exposure wise, yay. All good. Look at that thing sticking in my eye. That's a calendar or a jigsaw puzzle view. Charles, yeah, true. Well, today actually, well in a few hours, I'll be uploading, or I'll set live my first 12-hour soundscape screensaver background looped video. I shot a video up here yesterday. I probably could do another one today actually, and I made it into a 12-hour looping video that you can just have on in the background for 12 hours. Like businesses will run them, you know, they have a screen in their waiting room and it's got beautiful scenes. They could even mute it and it still looks lovely. You'll see it up here a little ways. There's kind of like rapids and stuff. It's all frozen around the edges, so there's icicles and shit hanging down. Looks really cool. And that video is going to be live, I guess, I think I set it to go live in like 2 or 3 more hours from now. Yeah, it should be interesting to see. Because these kind of videos get like, well, I found one that we played on the background of my stream the other day. It was just a fireplace. That's got 95 million views. And all it is a 10-hour video of a loop of a fire. Arguably the simplest thing to do, yet way more views than anything I've ever made, right? So I'm thinking of ones I could do while I'm here, and I've already done the rapids. This could be one. This view without me in it could be one actually. Do you know what? I should do that. I should do this as one. Without my hideous head in it. How good does it look? Is this going to be worth doing though? Let me see. I reckon a little more of an angel to the left, so you get more of the snow-covered hill. I'll just turn it around a little. Oh, the battery's flashing. So what's going to happen now, folks? The GH5 battery is flashing red. It'll die. I have a second one ready to go, but once it dies, it'll come up like all black for you guys. So just don't think that I'm going to leave you standing, hanging. I've got another battery here ready to go. I'll pop it in, and we'll have another 2 hours worth. But it will. I'm going to let it roll all the way to the end, but it will die. It will die. And then I'll do this. I'll film a little. I'll get a little shot of that. That could be another scenic background, right? Without me in it, of course. And I'll just film it on the GH5 and record it for like a little while. I missed going up to the snow in New Zealand and on a danger road going up to the snow and back down the mountain. Davo, I do that daily. Actually, I did my night skiing. If you haven't been watching my YouTube stories, you should, because I be up and down that mountain quite a lot on my stories. And I went up for night skiing the other day. Did the night skiing shift, driving the shuttle bus in the dark. Good times. Yeah, really good times, good fun. That's a better angel with a bit more of the snow that way. So yeah, I'm looking at that battery, it's flashing red, so it'll die. What's the ISO we're on? 100 and shutter speed 500. Okay, I'll remember that when it comes back. I'll just pop the battery out. I won't do it until it dies, but actually I think that looks worse now on that angel. Oh no, that's okay. Yeah, cool. Man, this is lovely, this Karuba. Also wearing my snowboard pants, I figured, hey, I'm out here in the same environment that I would be up on the hill. Might as well wear my snowboard pants. But I have go, folks. Yeah, that was going to happen, right? So back down to 400 ISO. We should be good now. So that's that first battery done. We've only got 2 batteries, so keep that in mind. And we should be good back up on the stream. What I'll do here... Yeah, we're good, we're good. I'm going to do this little scene. I'm going to just record a little here for... I'm going to get out of the frame. I'm going to record a little for about, I don't know, a minute or two. And that's going to be a looping video on my YouTube channel. So I'll do this now. Just hit record on my GH5. So that is recording to the SD card. And I'll get out of the frame here. Frozen sand. That should be enough to get a good loop out of it. Oh dude, this battery's only... Fuck, this has been shit, dudes. This battery's not fully charged. Well, it was, but it's only got 2 bars. Let's move to the actual location. Music Man, is this where the red jet boat goes? Yes, it is. We'll probably see it. We'll probably see it. I'm gonna move to the actual location we're gonna hit though. I'm gonna be very careful about not stopping the stream though, or not stopping the encoder. That sucked how that happened. I've got to shoot this video for Teradek as well. Let me just close this. See, I don't like that. I don't like that. It's gonna shut the stream down, isn't it? I've got to realign some stuff, folks, but I'm so conscious of batteries. I'm not putting this back in there again, that's for certain. This can go in here. Hope it doesn't turn off again, folks. We're almost at our final location, but it would suck if it stopped again. It would really suck if it turned itself off again in this particular instance. Nothing left behind. We're almost there though. How's that battery going? Yeah, we got 2 full bars. Why is that not fully charged? I charged it all. You know why? It's because we're so cold. Batteries don't last anywhere near as long in the cold. But it was fully charged at home. It's lost 2 bars by being in my backpack. Doesn't make any sense. So we've got some rapids up here. Rapidly rapiding. Where are we going to sit? I had an idea. This is all frozen here. Put your yahoos up here. I think. That's on the wrong angel, but I'll fix it in a second. Yeah, that's probably going to be good for you guys, because then I could just sit. I don't have to sit down, I could stand up. Let me put the backpack down and then I'll give you a better angel. Actually, let me just check that it's still live, right? Let me put you down on the correct angel. Let me just check that we are still live, because I mean, anything could have happened, right? Let me check. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. I don't know why that happened last time. Like, I did the same thing, except I didn't put my alpaca beanie, alpaca scarf in there. Let's go a little lower here on the angel. So while we're here, I do want to do this quick. I got to make a video for Teradek. So I guess I'll get the Karuba, the rum, out of the way. I don't want to have rum in the video. Just a quick video about my streaming setup and what they've given me and how I'm using it. And this is a good location to do that in, surely. Put this here. And we got good battery. Okay, so you know what I'll do? I'll just get the chat out as well so I can not forget that I'm streaming live. Actually, I don't need that yet. So I'm gonna do it with two devices. I got a GoPro here. I'm gonna use the SD card inside the GH5 as well. So you guys will have to just put up with me shooting a vlog as part of this live stream. So if I hit record now, see, what's the date first before I hit record? It is, I've got a timer countdown so it's not coming up. 24th, it is Friday, the 24th of June. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll start both of them. It's cut between two cameras. So that's recording, and when this records, so that's recording. Now we'll do an audio clap for sync issues. Okay, so now I can start. Hello the internet! It is Friday the 24th of June 2022 and welcome back to the channel. And welcome to a video where I'm going to show you exactly how I'm live streaming IRL style in real life from New Zealand. In this instance, I'm actually live streaming this right now, and if you want to see the stream after you've seen this video, please go and check the stream here. But for the time being, I want to tell you quickly where we are. We're in a place called Morningstar Beach. This is in a place known as Arthur's Point. It's only a short distance out of Queenstown. Queenstown is yay this way. We're not far from Queenstown. We're like about, I guess we're about like 10 Ks from Queenstown, maybe a little less, a little longer, maybe a little shorter. And what I'm doing here, while I'm in New Zealand, I'm live streaming everything that I do as much as I can. Wherever there's 4G, I'm live streaming. I'm very thankful to Teradek for providing me with the gear that's enabling this to happen. Now, when I say the gear, I want to be clear. I've already got my streaming camera and a bunch of tech, but Teradek have given me the flux capacitor. This is what makes live streaming possible. It's not called the flux capacitor. In this instance, it's the Video Go. Now this is a device, I'm going to show it to you in a moment, but this is a device that actually makes live streaming possible on location. To cut a long story short, it takes multiple 4G connections, bonds them together, sends it to a cloud service, then the cloud service on-sends it to whatever the streaming platform you use. Now, I kind of want to make this as lightweight as possible, but there is a lot more to it than that, and I've chosen to do it a little more technically just because I wanted to give the best quality streams possible, and I didn't want to forego things such as overlays and alerts. And when you're streaming from a home computer, you have all kinds of interactions. I wanted to have those on my IRL streams as well, and so my setup is a little more detailed. But if you wanted to do a bare bones version, you could do a bare bones, and then if you wanted to go deeper into it, you could do what I do. So to do it super simply, you stream from the location to an ingest. This is the streaming platform. You can either choose YouTube, Twitch, Trovo, DLive, wherever you want to stream to. Me personally, I stream from location. I go into another service. This is called Go Lightstream. This enables me to have my overlays and alerts and custom donations and whatnot. That all happens on Go Lightstream. Then Go Lightstream could send that signal straight to YouTube or Twitch or Trovo or whatever it is. But in my instance, Go Lightstream sends it on to Restream.io, and Restream.io then sends it out to all the platforms. So that's why mine's a little bit more costly and a little bit more in-depth, but that's only because I've chosen to do it that way. You could remove those steps and just go straight from Teradek Video Go via their ShareLink service straight into YouTube. That's fine as well. But I want to show you what they've sent me. Now, I do have a GoPro here to make this a little easier, so you can stay there. By the way, it's so freaking cold in New Zealand. I've got to put gloves on. It's cold. My hands are frozen. Everything's frozen. It's cold. Got a little GoPro, so GoPro, come with me. I could actually bring up, here comes the chopper. Can you hear the chopper? I could bring my backpack up, or I could just bring you to it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna show you. I'm a little confused now. I've got two cameras, I've got two audiences. I wanna show you the setup, okay? So, this here is the Teradek Bond backpack. You guys can't see this at this stage, so forget about this. This is the Teradek Bond backpack. Now, this is a backpack which Teradek do make, but it's not set up specifically for large people. They've tweaked it for my... Oh, I'm gonna forget you, I'm gonna forget these yahoos. I'm gonna just go down here and talk with you guys. So Teradek set this up. That's not gonna work with the sun, is it? We'll go this way. Teradek set this up specifically for me in New Zealand. This is not how you would get this backpack, but this is definitely a backpack that they do sell. It's called a Bond backpack. So it's got two compartments. It's actually closed up incorrectly right now. I'll close it up correctly. It closes this way. You've got these zips on this side here, and on both sides. Now, that's how it would normally be done up when you close this up too. In this instance, I've opened it, and I'll unzip it. Because what I want to show you is this guy here. This is the VDU Go. Now this is the flux capacitor. The way this thing works, it's quite straightforward. This device accepts 4G connections, multiple connections. In my case, I just use two. So in New Zealand, there's two main carriers. There's Vodafone and there's also Spark. Now Spark apparently piggyback on Vodafone, and then they on-sell to a company called 2 Degrees, which is my second one. So I use Vodafone and 2 Degrees. The reason I chose 2 Degrees and not directly with Spark is because 2 Degrees give me 1 hour of free data every day. So if you're live streaming for 5 or 6 hours, you want to take advantage of as many options as possible. So that's why I use Spark 2 Degrees. Speaking of 2 Degrees, it is 2 degrees right now. Look at all this ice here, folks. Look at the ice on the edge of that building. I mean, it's cold. So, look at all the ice here. It's cold, folks, it's cold. So how this works, this is the node. This is the node. What you could think of in layman's terms, this is a modem. That's basically a 4G modem. Inside this little node, there is a 4G SIM card. That's one of my services. That happens to be the 2 Degrees one. The other one enters the system via a Nighthawk M2 modem, this guy here. And this goes into the system via Ethernet. The cable goes in and back down there. Now, the reason I've got, you could have a second node on the side here. You could put one node here and one node here. The reason I haven't done that is because I need the Wi-Fi from this guy so that when I'm streaming I can check the chat. I can talk to the chat. That's why I haven't used the second node. I've only got one node attached to this VDU Go here. This device here, you can use it without nodes or you can use it with 2 nodes. I've chosen 1 node. So I use this as my chat Wi-Fi. Basically, this device bonds both of these signals together, sends it up to the cloud. The cloud is called ShareLink. You need that service to bond the two together, so make sure you've got redundancy. You're on location, you might not have the greatest signal. You want to have the redundancy of 2 networks. You can actually have more than 2 if you choose. I've chosen 2. That sends it on from there to your streaming ingest. That's basically all there is to it, but I've got a little more wangling here. I've also got some HDMI transmitters. Now this is just the way that I get my signal from the GH5 to the VDU Go without having to have a cable run. I used to have an HDMI cable that would come out of this backpack and it would attach to the camera, and therefore you were permanently tethered. This was a bane of my frustration, being tethered to a backpack while you're streaming. You've got to be careful taking it off, blah blah blah. It's way better to not have to worry about being tethered. That's up there. There's a 300-foot range with these guys. This is fine. To have that and to have that up there you do need power, and so underneath the Nighthawk M2 I've got a couple of power banks. This one's actually not being used right now, but it's ready to roll if I do need it. The one underneath here is powering the Video Go, and it's also powering the transmitter or the receiving unit here. This power bank, I will tell you, the beautiful thing about the Video Go, it does have its own internal battery, so you can get a good 2 hours of usage without it plugged into anything. I keep it charged to 100, just so that then when the screen gets to that near end point and this power bank dies, you've got 21% right there. When this power bank dies, I've still got 2 more hours of juice in here. So, let's close this up properly. That's pretty much all there, and this is my power cable for my chat, just to keep my phone charged. Put that backwards. That's all there is to it, folks. You may want to have this as your IRL setup, and I would encourage everybody to do the best that they possibly can. Where's my other glove? My hand's cold! There it is. Yeah, if you're going to do an IRL stream from locations, my advice would be just try to go like good quality. It's like streams can live forever. This stream is going to live forever on YouTube, right? So I want to make the best quality stream. 1080p. I mean, I would love to do 4K 60, but 1080 30 is going to have to be fine. Are you guys still with me here on the stream? You guys agree, right? You guys would. Now I'm not looking at the chat right now, but my chat would tell me that they appreciate that I've got to all this effort to make this work, because it's going to be permanent. This is a permanent video or a permanent VOD on YouTube for everybody to look at later. That's why I've gone to town and all this gear. Now, I have to tell you that Teradek have supplied this gear to me free of charge. It's not my gear, it's a loaner gear. I'm going to be giving it back at the end of this New Zealand trip, which will be at the middle of October. So, as it stands right now, I'm testing all of this gear. There is one other device they've given me while I'm here. It's called the Teradek Wave. It basically does the same thing as the Video Go, but it's a really cleaner, bigger, more of a visual indicator of your stream. So you got a big, think of it like an iPad. It's a visual display unit, a VDU, and it's a bit more user intuitive. The Video Go, you've got to be a little bit savvy with it. There's a couple of intricacies, but nothing too strange. But once you've got it down, if you then go on to use the Wave, which is it's much easier and much more straightforward. They both achieve the same goal, but one of them's a little more, let's just say, user friendly. There are links down below in this video and down below on the live stream to where you can purchase both of these units. I don't have a discount for you, but I do encourage you to use my affiliate links, because then I get a little payment, right? Like I said, I'm not being paid for these videos. This is loaner gear that Teradek have given me to try out and to experience hands-on. And so whatever you can do to help me, because this is not cheap, right? Like, and this country, New Zealand, the 4G here is so expensive. I gotta tell you, side note, New Zealand has the raddest internet, like land-based internet. Everybody's got fiber to the premises, everybody. It's normal internet is fiber, it's just standard. But 4G, holy crap, man, I was gonna use the R word then, they bend you over for 4G in this country. I'm paying for 2 services. I'm paying $100 a month for 100 gig for Vodafone. I'm paying another $75 for 40 gig with 2 degrees. Now in Australia, just comparing Australia to New Zealand, you have unlimited mobile broadband with Optus, unlimited, 85 bucks a month. Telstra are a little bit lousy, but Optus is unlimited. And they're not tethering your speed. Like here, if you go over the 100 gig, oh, you get unlimited. Yeah, but it's not usable. It's so slow. So that's a side story. If you've enjoyed this content here on this video and on this live stream, share it out with anybody who wants to do a IRL stream if they're thinking about creating content like this. There's many other ways to do it. This is one way. This is how I choose to do it. I want to go quality. Maybe your friends want to go quality. Share this with them. Tinkle the on the subscribe button. Tinkle the do all those YouTube things that they want you to do. Oh, I'm going to give you a little vista on the outgo here. Oh, I'll cut to that for the outgoing. I'll see you yahoos on the next upload live stream. Little outgoing vista for you. This is not, check, cut to that camera. Cut it. Oh yeah! How was that? Was that good for you guys to experience? I know it's a little strange to see me doing a vlog as well as a live stream. Not something I want to do, you know, ideally to mix the two together, but Teradek did ask me to make that content, so I did it. What's that? Another rum? What a great idea! Let's get this out of the way. Yeah, Teradek have been lovely to me to get all this gear to me, and I mean, they're also obviously covering the ShareLink service, which isn't cheap. I remember when I was first talking about it, they were like, well, my guy was like how much content do you make? Like how many gigs do you need? And I'm like, well, I'm doing 1080/30, and I usually stream like, and these have been short, these streams. I normally do like 8-hour streams in Australia. He's like, shit, man, no, I better bump you onto the unlimited plan. And like there's been a few bills that have come through, like my credit card, because they make you put let me just drop this down a little. They make you input a credit card so that if I did a runner with this gear, right, like I could take off with all this and be like, fuck you, and be done. And obviously, then they're going to charge my card. So my card has been charged a couple of times for excess data, and my guy's like, oh shit, man, I didn't realize you'd go that deep. And then he's bumped me to this. He credited my account and then bumped me to this other plan, and they've been really good to me, really good to me. But I'm not, like, don't get me wrong, that sun's just come back out. There's definitely issues, like the main issue I've got today, obviously, Go Lightstream not starting on the, oh, we can turn this off now, can't we? Stop recording. In the Safari browser, that's shit. The Video Go turning itself off because something touched the top of it, that's shit. Or is that me just like having to wangle the position in the backpack into a better position? Probably, which I can do. Let me just check that it's still on. Yeah, that's pretty good. What's my phone doing? Oh, I've got to change this. Excuse me while I kiss this guy. Yeah, so there are definitely feedback points that I will deliver back to Teradek. Like, yeah, like the idea of it being my fault that it didn't work in Safari, that's comical. It's not my fault that the browser that shits with my phone, your program didn't work in, but it has worked for like, I mean, 2 years, right? Like, I've promoted Go Lightstream so many times. It's really good. Like, it's so sick. Any IRL streamer should pay for it. It's such a necessary. Basically, Go Lightstream removes, like, Go Lightstream acts like your computer. It acts like OBS. So on a sit-down stream at home, you'd have your computer and you'd have OBS with all the plugins and all the browser links, browser sources, and all the external cameras and all the. That's basically what Go Lightstream does, but it does it in a browser. Now I've asked them, you guys should do an app, right? We need an app, and they're like, oh, it's not on our roadmap, but I'll add it. And I'm like, what? It's not on your roadmap? That should be on your roadmap, like, mandatory. Like, an app is way better than using an in-app browser. An in-browser, an on-phone, what's the term? A browser, right? That you're basically just using the same, you're using the same browser that on your desktop, but it's on a phone, and it's a bit clunky. Now let me go back to DLive. I haven't said anything to the D-Live chat for a long time. Let me kill it and refresh it. D-Live machine. I want to show you how frozen this shit is too. I don't know if you saw it before on the, well, you wouldn't have because it was the GoPro, but actually I probably should get some B-roll of all that frozen stuff. So, I can't take these off, but Shyla Rose! Shyla's back. Gibbs is a pro at this shiz. I feel like, let me just give you a bit more exposure here. I definitely feel like I don't want to toot my own trumpet, but I'm pretty good with the IRL stuff. There are things that pop up from time to time that just baffle me, like completely confuse me. But I feel like I've got it down. Gives to shout out for me on his YouTube. You want me to shout you out, Davo? Davo! On YouTube! Is that the kind of shout out you wanted? I don't think that is it? Johnson, Kiora Gibbs. Yo, Johnson, getting a little localized there. How you doing, man? Cheers. The water is so clear. Dude, now that we're not tethered to a stupid cable, I'm going to show you guys this. I'm going to show this to you yahoos. It's really nice here. Really nice. Really cold. Really nice. Can't keep this hand off the glove for too long. Check this out. We're not tethered, so I can show it. Look at this icicles. Check this out. That's all ice right there. And this guy here, that's frozen ice. What frozen ice? You idiot. Show me ice that's not frozen. Frozen? Over yonder, there's more frozen over there. On the other side of the bank, frozen. Wherever there's no moving water, it's just frozen. And where it's moving, it's super clear. Now look how clear that is. Look at that clearness. This is all frozen here. That's too bright. Look how frozen this is. I should put my rum in there to keep it cool. Got rapids coming out over there. Up here, the vista is lovely. Reminds me of Canada. This does remind me of Canada right now, actually. Wow, I've got a big flashback to Canada. Up here, more frozen ice in there. More frozen ice. But you call it frozen ice, it's just frozen, right? Let me just get this back out. Frozen ice. Yeah. Dude, like I said, show me some ice that's not frozen. You really suck. That's me talking to myself. Should we go more of an angel that way? The jet boat will come up here though. The jet boat will do a little turn around there, I think. No, it'll do a turn there. If the jet boat comes up, it's going to be good. Can I put this sun umbrella back on? Then I can't really see my chat. And then it went behind a cloud. You can see the bind I'm in, right? Fallen Angel, how you doing? Thanks for the lemons. Wow! How are you? You know what? We got 2 more bars. We're gonna have another drink here. I'm gonna keep. Come with me while I put this last one in the fridge. Let's go and find a fridge for this, okay? I can go wandering because I got 300 feet of movement because I'm no longer tethered to a backpack. So let's go and find a fridge for this rum. All of this stuff, it's so bizarre how frozen this is. So strange walking on frozen. Oh, look at this. Hang on, we'll get. not what I wanted, but here it is, folks. Stay there. Stay there. It's this frozen sand. All right. Back home again. Hello. Are we level? No, we are not. Let me just change the exposure. Oh, we're so far off level there, dude. Okay, all right. Not quite 300 feet. Did we drop? Dude, did we drop then, did we? Did we, Rob, did we, what? Seriously? Seriously, it didn't connect? Oh, it's line of sight. It's 300 feet line of sight. This is behind a rock. Did you not see any of that? Oh, shit. Really? Damn it. So you didn't see any of the fridge? What happened? I gotta watch that replay. Okay, well, this is the first time I've used the Vaxis 500. Dropped that a bit, okay. A lot of breakups in the picture. Okay, well, let me, to work out if you're correct in that, let me do a test. Let me move. Can we go this way? Yeah, let me try this. First time I've used the HDMI transmitters, folks. I don't really like that dome there, though. Right there. All right, so I've now got it sort of more in a bit more of a better position. So let's go over here. So here's my backpack down here. And just around the rock which was causing the issues, I guess this is, see, it was down there before, and I went around the back, and I think that might have been causing the issue, but the fridge is over there, and this is here. Let's see how this goes. Be careful with that though, that's frozen. That's also frozen. Okay. This is frozen. Watch this. That's obviously frozen right in front of me. All this is frozen. Frozen. So we but I'm not going to. Oh yeah, there it is, folks. Sitting right there. Frozen. Nice view too. So how did we go then? Did we drop signal? We're behind the rock slightly. Get out of there, you icicles. So how did that go? Did we drop a little? We weren't quite line of sight. I'm interested to see how that went though. Let's put you yahoos back up here. Did we drop a little there as well? Let's get level in the situation. And change the exposure. Yeah, did we drop a little there? Dropped again, bro. Oh wow. Interesting, okay. So on that note, I will say this. There is a Teradek product that does the same thing. It's called the 4K Spark. So I've told you already that none of the gear that they've given me is mine. It's all loaner. The idea of a transmitter for HDMI is something that I definitely want for my streams. So once this New Zealand trip's over, I will definitely use an HDMI transmitter. So I did inquire as to could I purchase one through Teradek for a substantial discount. They only offered me 10% off, and it's like just over $2,000 New Zealand. It's like 2.2. I was like, that's a lot of money for a transmitter. So I did some research and I found this company called Vaxis, and their product is 800 clear. Now you might say, well, that's why, dude, it couldn't even broadcast around a freaking rock. Fair enough. Maybe the Teradek 4K Spark would broadcast around a rock. I don't know. But for $2,500 or 2,000, let's call it 2,000 even, including a discount, I don't have that kind of disposable money right now. Definitely don't. Even though I'm working here in New Zealand, I don't have $2,000 for an HDMI transmitter. And I would have thought, well, I might be wrong, but I thought they would have given it to me for half price. But he gave me a discount, not even my guy, it's like another guy, gave me a discount code. And I just said, oh, what's the discount, like the coupon code? I'm like, what's that worth in total? And he's like, that's 10% off. I was like, oh, really? 10%? I can't afford that. So that's why I went with the Vaxis Atom 500. So yeah, it's an expensive, like, let me be very clear about this. This is not a cheap exercise. Streaming live, yes, you can put your phone up and click go live on the DLive app. God bless that they've done that. That's fine. I did that from this very spot yesterday and I did not like the results at all. It looked shithouse. Go back, do it right now. Do this right now on DLive. Go down to my about section in the below. Look at the replays. Click the one that says, should I stream from here? Like, should I do a real stream from here, or should I stream here tomorrow? Whatever. It's something like, it's not this one, it's the very next one. And you look at that. That is me getting my phone and pressing go live. And I think that looks awful. That does not give this area justice. And this area deserves, like, all the justice it can get, right? It's beautiful here. To stream in like 720 with choppy bitrate, and I want to do, if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to do it to the best of my abilities. And if it's going to cost me an arm and a leg, take my arm, take my leg, do it. That's how I've always been though. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to put like the full effort in, like full-blown effort. No half-assed for me. Look at this dog on the rock here. Can you see that? Oh yeah. That's got to be freezing on that dog. Wow, dogs don't feel cold, huh? Mind you, he's not going all the way in. Like, dogs don't feel cold, but he's not going like collarbone, collars. He's not going deep, right? Sneaky little dog. Now we're no longer exposed correctly. Oh, he's venturing in. But that dog feels that cold for sure. Got no fur either. It looks so beautiful there, Gibbs. Fallen. This is like really, really pretty area. Just Google search Arthur's Point. It's really nice here. Rob Mack, you dropped on the way there, but not on the way back. Yeah, right, okay. Well, there you go, folks. It's got to be line of sight, and you can't go behind rocks. Vaxis Atom 500. What a lovely dog. Is that a Labrador? Huh. You can't see that, can you? No, it's just out of frame. Maybe I should do some funky yeah, pretty stoked to be here in New Zealand. It's a non-stop adventure of beautifulness. Very, very pretty here. So what else do you want to know? Tell me, talk to me, inform me, educate me. I'll field any questions. Whatever you've got, hit me. Hit me with your questions. Shotover River, famous for gold. They found gold here. Oh, we should get this back up. What should I do? I'm gonna grab my big pack so I can keep a charge on my phone, because that'll go flat. Dude, there's so many choppers. Yeah, that'll go flat pretty soon. My phone is pointing to. Oh, the other thing I should do, which I haven't done yet for a while, is check how much juice I've got left on my main power pack. Because let's see. I'm curious. 16 percentile. Oh, shit. 16%. Oh, that'll mean yeah, when that goes flat, you'll lose the stream, but I'll be able to plug in a new power bank to keep it up. But yeah, you'll lose it. That'll happen. Got more juice here. We got juice. Have you been on a jet boat in New Zealand? Davo, no, I haven't. I have not been on the jet boat. So we do get access to certain things. There are certain discounts to NZ Ski Crew. And I believe one of them is the jet boat. I believe we do get a discount. I gotta check, we got a booklet. Actually, Charlotte, can you check that? I don't know if you're still here, Charlotte or Hendrik. There's a booklet that they gave us, and we do get discounts on certain items here in Queenstown or over there in Queenstown. I'm gonna go and melt some ice, folks. I'll be back in a sec. You probably saw that, right? The second I go for a piss, the jet boat came right around the same corner I was pissing. Just hasn't been here in how long, and bam, it turns up. Here comes another one. Shit, let me show you. That's as far as they can go, by the way. Oh shit. See you, JetBoat. You ruined my slash. I don't know that they're live. Oh no! Where's my rum? Dude, my rum's gonna get washed out to sea. That better not. I can't see it. Oh no, I can see it. Wow. I wasn't picturing a tidal wave to come in, but we're good still. My rum is in that little bit up there. I don't know if you can see it. It's floating right there. So that's as far as they can go upstream. They can't get any further west from there. But they do create a wake that lands and could rupture my refrigeration going on there. But I was taking a slash right there and I'm like, there's a JetBoat. Awesome. Awesome timing. We'll let them do they'll do their little spiel. They're talking about this machinery that's stuck here, which is a remnant of the tunnel. There's a tunnel that goes behind and up further upstream. We're down to the last bar here, folks, but it's not red, not flashing red yet. They'll get out of here soon. There they go. They'll be coming back down here very, very soon. Any minute now. Any minute now. There they go. Driver's sitting down. Off they go. Crank it. Off they go, folks. Current does the work. Phew! There they go, folks. Is my rum still good? Yes, it is. We're good. We're good. Wow, that was like a whole lot of problems. And now we're down to, yeah, we're on our last bar here, folks. I apologize for that. Normally I would have like endless GH5 power, but we are definitely running down the battery here. What do you like about Queenstown? I love being surrounded by massive mountains with snow on them. I love the alpine vibe. This town, or not where we are, but Queenstown, it's got a good vibe. Like it's good times. Everybody's having a good time. Everybody's enjoying themselves. They're all festive. They're all holidaying. If you're not holidaying, you're working in the industry and you're happy and you're enjoying it. It's just, the vibe in this town it's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah. Being a alpine, it's like an adventure, the adventure capital of the world, I guess. Queenstown, New Zealand. It's pretty rad. Pretty rad. You been here, Davo? You been to Queenstown? This is my empty. I'll take that back with me. Oh, there's still some in there. You sneaky little bugger. I've got to keep an eye on the power here, folks. On the power bank. Oh shit, 14 percentile. Actually, that last bit does last a lot longer than I thought. Any other questions, folks? Any other discussion points? Any other tips, tricks, tips, hot tips? What time is it in Australia? Well, hang on, I can work that out. It's 2 hours later, isn't it? time is it right now? Yes, I have. I went to a ski camp in Queenstown. So you went to a, by the way, it's cold enough now to warrant a second layer up top here, folks. So you went to a, oh, third layer even. You went to a ski club, a clubhouse, or you went camping. You went to Queenstown to go camping. Yeah, it's cold enough to double layer up top there, folks. That's cold now. Shit. Well, you don't get frozen water when it's not cold, right? And that's a little underexposed. Pretty spectacular. Pretty rad. Also, I love the Queenstown burger. You're talking about Fergburg. So my housemate works at the bakery. So just to put this in a little bit of historical perspective, when I lived here in 2000, Fergburger was nothing. It was literally a hole in the wall. There was a kitchen behind a partition, and it was open late, and you could get a cheap, slothful burger from literally a hole in the wall. That was the year 2000. When I came back in 2017 for JetBoards, when we shot a video on the Remarkables Access Road and on Baldwin Street in Dunedin, I couldn't believe that Fergburger was like, everybody was talking about it. And the story goes that, so Lonely Planet put it in their guidebook. This is like, so the internet was already a thing. By the way, I got my first email address in Queenstown. That building is still there, but they're renovating it. But I went to an internet cafe on Camp Street, and I got the, well, side story, but I was baffled that Umnus at Yahoo had been taken. My cousin actually got on email before I did, which has always been an interesting, well, not anymore, but it used to be an interesting topic because he's technologically a Luddite, and his tech has surpassed him, far surpassed him. He doesn't care too much for tech, well, so I believe in the old days, but he did get on email before me, and when I went to yahoo.com to sign up, I was like, well, my email is going to be Umnus at Yahoo, surely. And I'm like, Umnus is taken? I was like, fucking what? Who, what? Who? That word? That's just me and Gav. And I was like, are you kidding me? Gav got that before me? Anyway, that's a sidestep. But so apparently Lonely Planet, before the internet was mainstream, they were still doing their books, right? Their little guidebooks. And they put a big spiel about Fergburger, this hole-in-the-wall late-night burger. It was like one of those things that you only go to when you're off your tits and you're on the way home and you're like, and by the way, it's right next to the taxi rank. So there was the two things in common, right? You got to get a taxi, you're twisted, it's late night, you're going to get a burger, you're going to get that. And they put that in Lonely Planet, and that skyrocketed this thing. Like, from 2000 to when I came there in 2017, it was a franchise. It was massive. And now it doesn't just have Fergburger, it's got Ferg Bakery, it's got Ferg Bar, it's even got like a Mrs. Ferg or something. They basically have the entire, not the entire block, but there's at least a good 1/3 of that block is Ferg. And that's the main drag, Shotover Street, named after this very river, Shotover Street in Queenstown. They have a good portion of that is theirs. And they have all their, and my housemate works at the bakery. It's amazing, hey? It's amazing, like that's, I guess what that's showing is like, if you do get in with like a publication, and it's the year 2000, or after 2000, printed media could make or break your business, for sure. Getting involved or getting a good review in the Lonely Planet guidebook can make or break your business, 100%. And it made this one. And now, if you come to Queenstown and you don't get a Fergburger, you've done Queenstown wrong. You have, And we haven't done it yet. I've done it before, but we haven't done it on stream. We've got to get a Ferg burger on stream. We have to. These burgers, they're no longer 10 bucks, but they're still cheap for Queenstown, but they used to be like under 10 bucks. And they were big, fat, slothful burgers. Now they're like, it's gourmet and it's vegan and it's save the children. And just give me a fucking big slab of meat between 2 buns and a juicy sauce and a bit of onion. I'm done. That's kind of what it used to be. It's not that anymore. You say to the Queenstown YHA. Oh, okay. When you did your YouTube video when you was at the snow, I did remember walking up the stairs to that. Oh, you mean the story? Right. Music Man, are you doing a 4K loop? Yes, I am. 4K. Yes. 4K 12 hours. Absolutely, dude. I'm gonna crank the ISO here, folks. 200. Yeah, 4K 12 hours. If it hasn't gone up now, I have to change it, but it'll go up soon. Yeah. Good side story there, Davo. I'm glad you brought up Ferg Burger. You referred to it as Queenstown Burger, but yeah, I know what you meant, right? Ferg Bakery, Ferg Burger. Amazing, huh? I was talking to someone about that yesterday, actually. No, the day before. Who was I talking to? One of the other drivers. Brent. G'day, Brent, if you're watching. Brent and I were talking about that. By the way, did you know that, and I didn't know this, but I can get a ride in and out of town on the snow buses. So there's obviously a great bus route here. It goes to Arthur's Point, goes all the way to Arrowtown via Queenstown. It's $1. It's $1, so it's super cheap. But as a transport staff member, I'm waiting at the same bus stops, and whenever the NZ ski buses pull in, I know all the drivers. They're like, "Where are you going, dude?" Like yesterday, because I came here yesterday to this exact spot and I just tested it. Well, I went up to the bus stop thinking I'm going to wait for an ore bus, and like the NZ ski crew pulls in and he's like, where do you want to go, dude? Like, jump on, hey, like, just get on. It's like, yeah, you're a staff member, and even though they're 2 separate companies, but it's still buses into Queenstown. It's like, yeah, we're going to stop at this stop anyway, and then we're going to stop at Creekside or at the station, so you might as well just jump on. Like, not a big deal. It's only $1 otherwise, but I just thought that was nice. And I'm not going to rely on it, but like tonight or later on when this battery, it hasn't flashed yet, but when it starts flashing, we've only got a few minutes left, I will go up to that bus stop. I'll also get my last rum that's still frozen. Oh dude, the rum's going to be frozen. Okay, if this stream dies, which it will sort of soon, I'll do a couple of YouTube stories from here. I'll have that last rum. So you'll play that rather than the fireplace? No, I'm hoping other people play it, Music Man. I'm gonna monetize that shiz. That's out there on YouTube for everybody else to play. I wanna get 85 million views, dude. I've only had 2 million views on my snorkel video. I want 85 million views on a video it took nothing to do. These cheeky little... And I'm gonna shoot some fireplaces. The moment we have a fire, I'm getting some footage of that shiz, right? Should do one right here, right now, actually. You know what? We should do that, actually. Where can we have I've got to do some research. Can you light a fire in New Zealand in the winter? I'm sure you can. I'm going to do that. Next live stream, I'm going to make a fire somewhere. And I'll get my fire footage. 4K 12-hour loop of fire. Monetized. Up the wing zang. Hell yeah. You could spend your entire YouTube career making awesome vlogs, shooting multiple camera angles on a wave a day with beach cameras and slack tracks and GoPros, or you could just shoot a fire for 30 seconds and loop it for 12 hours and get 95 million views. What? I'm doing YouTube all wrong, folks. Forget the algorithm, forget the dabbing and the subscribing and liking and all that shit. Just make a video of a fire. You're good to go. I love Ferg Burger. Is the G silent? It's not silent. Ferg Burger. Charles, good night, Gibbs, and Gibbs go get some supper. No worries, Charles. Take care. Catch the supper, dudes. I haven't got to that red light yet on the last battery. I'm gonna go and grab that last rum. I won't take you guys with me because you know it's going to drop out because that's up here. But oh, you know what? I am taking you with me because I've got this now. I'm taking you with me. Let's see if this drops out. It's supposed to be line of sight, but we're going around the back of the rock to we're going to the refrigeration. We're going to the refrigerator to get the last rum, but we are now not line of sight. We're going to be behind this rock. There he is. We've got to go across over here. There it is. Hey Rob, if you're still in the chat, Rob Mac, can you tell me if that dropped out, dude? Pretty certain it would have. If it's not line of sight, I mean, I know it's not, but yeah, that would have dropped out, surely. I can already see it's frozen on it. It's frozen in time. Speaking of frozen, the stream got frozen there. Yeah, I see it. Okay, so that's good to know. So I'm going to do multiple tests with this, and then I'm going to realize I should have bought the 4K Spark from Teradek. But then again, I'm not going to be. The idea is just to get it off the backpack, not to go 100 miles away because someone's going to steal the backpack. By the way, folks, this is going to be ice cold. Jesus. This rock is freezing. That's frozen, dude. Let me just check. Power pack. 12%? What? Oh, shit, yeah. Are you going to have the Jet brought in 4K? Are you? What are we seeing in the frame there? Let me get this up a bit further. Are you going to have the Jet brought in the 4K? The Jet? What are you talking about? Yeah, the JetBoat. Did you see how quickly I got out of that? Yeah! I totally got out of that in the nick of time. I'm not too sure what you were asking, Music Man. Are you going to have the Jet brought? The JetBoat? I'm not doing that shit 4K. Is that what you meant? Like as a loop or something? Is that what you meant? Like a loop video? Nah, not at all, dude. That water did come up to my bag, and you know what happens when water recedes in 0 degrees? It freezes. I don't want this to stick to the rocks. Move it out of the way. And then I did a loop of the... Hey, he's out of here. Phew! You're live! I did a loop of the French Strand, French Beach. Oh, we're flashing red, folks. We're flashing red. I gotta end the stream. Okay, this is my apologies. I don't have an extra power bank for the GH5. It's flashing red. The battery's gonna die any minute now. Thanks for being here. thank you for financial contributions, whoever contributed. I'll check that later, but I appreciate you. I will shoot when I come back here. We're gonna come back here. I was gonna shoot stories here, there's no need to, we did a stream. I will come back here, but I gotta go, because that's gonna die, it's gonna die any second. So, oh, you know what I can do? No, hell, what I'll do is, I'll get ready for it when it dies, and when it dies, I'll end the stream. That's the better way to do it. That's a better way to do it. So when the battery, when this battery dies, it's flashing red right now. As soon as it dies, I'll end the stream. So that's probably better. Instead of ending it before it happens. Yeah. That boulder blocked the signal. Any gold in that stream? Yes, there's gold. There's golden. Dude, research it. The Shotover River was a famous gold mining experience in the 1800s. That right there, you need that in a 4K loop. Oh, that's no one's gonna put that on in their background, dude. No one's gonna do. I'm thinking about background ambiences in offices and corporate environments, like streams running. That's what I'm going for. No one's gonna want to see a 4K loop of a jet boat. Or are they? What? There's 10 viewers watching? That's a double-digit record. We haven't had that in a while. 10 viewers on D-Live? Good things are coming. Good things are coming, folks. Pretty quiet on D-Live right now. Dudes, what is the temperature? I'm gonna tell you. I reckon the temperature right now... Okay, it's got wind chill though. That's not gonna be as accurate. I reckon it's 2 degrees. I reckon it's 2 Celsius right now, let me tell you. Weather right here, Arthur's Point. Oh shit, it says 7. The low tonight, okay, I was wrong, it says 7. It feels like 2. The low tonight is -7, and the high today is 8. There's wind chill though, it's, oh dude, that's cold, it's making me want to sneeze. It's not 7 with that wind chill. It's not 7 degrees, it's freaking freezing, man. Jesus. Just a reminder, it's gonna go black, it'll happen, it'll just happen, it'll go black and then the stream will end. I'll see it though, because I'm watching the red, the flashing GH5 battery flashing. It'll happen, it'll happen, it'll happen very soon. Anybody got any last words, any final greetings they want to suggest or make known? I'm all ears. I'm also double layered. I don't know if I told you, but I'm double thermaled. I got 2 layers of thermals on. Check this out. My main jacket, my regular hoodie, Peter Bibby t-shirt, 1 layer of thermals, and the second layer of thermals. And that, dude, wow, that's warm. I'm warm, and I smell good too. Oh. I smell good to myself. Shit. Yeah, I'm warm. Aside from my externals, my nose is cold.